Da-da-da-da-da-da.
We are rolling again.
Good.
So,
So the
I'm trying to
question,
remember at what point we heard the beeps.
the
But,
question you asked me
yeah.
is, why did I become a disc jockey? Why did I become an actor? Because I grew up in the back of the yards in Chicago. You can always tell by the stockyard smell to show you the way to get home. That's why you used to sing that song. But I swear that everybody worked hard. And so I decided at that particular time that I would never have calluses on my hands. If you see my hands now, there are no calluses. So I wanted to use this instead of everybody else, would get their first job and knock up somebody. And of course you had to marry them at that time. And then all of a sudden you got kids running around and stuff. And I didn't want that. I wanted adventure. I wanted to travel. So I became a disc jockey, a talk show host. And I wanted to be on the radio and talking to people like they were just here with me. And that's why I became their uncle in the morning. Hello, I understand you. We've got stuff that's happening. We don't have stuff that's happening. But to speak from the heart and to do that and to know those people want to have a good time. A lot of them are going to jobs they don't like, stuck in things, and not I. I cannot tell you all the places that I've lived in my life. And yet I find myself now at the young age of 82 soon, living in a house. See, where I grew up in Chicago, the houses were so close that if somebody flushed in the other house, you heard it.
Yeah.
And now I live in this fantastic house on a dead-end street in Portland, Oregon, on a beautiful day. And I'm going, since I create my own reality, pretty good, Donnie. Pretty good.
How about those early days when the station first started? It was a new kind of top 40 station, and you took the city by storm.
Yeah, because we were the only ones who were not playing, again, the rock and roll. This Kissin was playing it, and they had high numbers. Well, then all of a sudden, in one book, we got okay that we could play the rock station, and then we moved out. Everybody did not understand it. The books came out, the salespeople going nuts. Look at this, go sell. And here I was, the hippy-dippy disc jockey. See, a lot of people don't know this. When you are a performer, you live to perform. So from 6 to 10, every day, I was a performer. And then I didn't know what to do with the rest of my life. And to be in Portland, to be in this wonderful city, weird city, wonderful city, and I'm part of this. And of course, we all have regrets. The stupid thing I did is to go from KGW for a lot of money to go to Kissin. They're off the air. But again, who knows? Who knows? I just know that I was at this station and we were the hot station. Uncle Don in the morning, the afternoon guy, what was his name? Oh, he just died.
Phil Harper at that
Phil
time?
Harper,
Okay.
crazier than hell. He'd get drunk at parties and all that. We'd have to tie him down. And he was in the afternoon. And we just rocked and rolled and had a good time. Talking to people. Not only playing music, but talking to people. Talking from the heart. And that's it. I mean, and guess what? I'm still doing that. Because you know what I found out in life? You get back what you throw out. So I'm only throwing out good stuff.
Cool. When I was there, we had this great promotional department also, which took us all over the city.
Yeah.
What were those first days like?
That was Joan Camp.
Okay.
That was Camp. She came in. And I'll never forget, they had a free night, a movie night. And what's that movie now? It was a real rough movie. And they were swearing a lot in the movie and all this stuff, and we had given a free one to the people. See, times have changed. So we went on. I mean, remember the Bite was the big thing, and we were the Bite. And we were just part of the city. We enjoyed it because we talked to people, not at people. And
You made friends.
yeah, Oh, yeah.
You may have never met them in person.
You know, the fascinating thing about knowing that you've made it is you'll walk down the street and you'll hear people whispering, that's Uncle Don. And you go, oh my God, you know,
Yeah,
oh my God, if they only knew that I also went to the bathroom.
yeah, yeah.
But they were, and it's sad to say that radio has changed a lot because all of a sudden they I don't know which president popped it that you could own all the stations.
Oh yeah, that was on '97. The Clinton signed the what would they call that act?
That all of a sudden, bingo, so you got 2 or 3 people controlling radio.
Yeah,
And I feel sorry for the people on the media now. Number one is they talk too fast. They talk too fast. You got to say that, hold it. You're carrying on. If you're carrying on a conversation with a person, you're waiting. The greatest thing is the use of the pause. A good example, watch this. No pause. I'm going to tell you something very important. It could change your life. Now watch this. I'm going to tell you something very, very important. Pause. It could change your life. When you pause, people go, oh, or so.
I remember those early days. We were kind of taught to talk quickly over 10 seconds.
I know. Yeah, and
And that
no.
was the thing that was way different about 62 KGW. You guys were actually communicating,
Yeah.
telling short stories, maybe short, but there
They were
was
just in there.
some meaning.
The personality was just as important as the music.
Yeah.
Now it's completely changed. You know.
Do you remember the very first lineup? I have yet to talk to Hal, but the very first, you were mornings. Somebody followed you.
And I forget. I thought it was Craig Walker for a while.
I was for a while, but somebody also mentioned that at a time Mike Rivers, Alan
Maybe.
Wilson was in there. So I was just curious if you knew that first lineup.
No, I didn't. I've got a picture that shows of us standing in front of the thing, and I've got a picture with the different personalities. That was key. You got to remember, so many things have happened. I mean, I've been married 4 times. My first wife had the wonderful saying, the only thing I want out of this marriage is a divorce. And she was right. She was right. I'll never forget the first time I got married. After the wedding ceremony, I'm laying in bed and I'm saying to myself, what do I do now? I'm married. I'm in college, Southern Illinois University,
Okay.
the Salukis. And I wanted to be a gigolo.
Really?
Well, I was in Tilden Tech High School, and someone said, why don't you be a gigolo? I said, how do you be a gigolo? He says, well, you have to learn how to dance. So I was a senior in high school, and I became an Arthur Murray dance instructor.
Wow.
Oh yeah, but that's way to meet women, because you have to dance with them before you get them in bed. Now another fallacy about being a gigolo is, ain't too many women who are good looking are going to pay somebody to do that. So I never was completely my dogs are in the background. But I wanted to be a gigolo. Anything to be somebody. I forgot that we are all born somebody. And of course, a lot of us get stuck in that. We lose a gig, we lose this. We're not our jobs. We're not our jobs. We are much more than that. And if people just knew, as I talk to seniors now, and I ask them, if you think you're only your body, you're in constant fear. Because one of these days, you're going to drop it. And you're going to go back to where you were before. And see, I'm a spiritual entertainer. And I ask people to entertain different thoughts. Don't make them right, don't make them wrong. And the greatest thing is to have a sense of humor. And I love this line. Angels fly because they take themselves lightly.
That's a good one.
Good line,
I
huh?
like that one.
And we don't have the sense of humor. Now, you know this now. There's so much news covered. I mean, you check out CNN during the day. That's all there is they have to construct things about news. I watch Channel 10, PBS, to get the best news. But I mean, the news is you and I are sitting here and talking. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm fascinated by the amount of shows that we have on television. They're all killing each other. It's just like if I had a friend who started a newspaper with good news only, it didn't last long.